because of the large wick to the downside. So an SMT here with the current week is highly likely to cap off the weekly range or the daily range, right? Because that's what's creating the SMT. So coming back to the daily range makes a lot of sense. So that's why I traded these expansion candles lower back into the daily range on Friday. So there's your like trader cap for Friday's trade. There's a logic to it. Very, very logical. But on the closure of that day, it creates a PSP. So you could actually trade Monday continuation, right? So this idea where you can't anticipate Monday or something, absolute bullshit. You can a lot of times, bro. It's like any day. So here you have daily, universal models, right? Potential confirmations. But when I look inside this candle, though, to actually see if it's reversal, especially on silver, it's not really looking that great, right? This looks like consolidation to me. It's just inside borrowing between one candle. It's not really a reversal to me. So sweeping the high out here is definitely a possibility for me, potentially, right? We don't do that. And we don't get any type of confirmation. Like, this is absolute consolidation. So here's the daily opener here. It does nothing, dude. So there's no way to capitalize on this C3 that you see here, right? This is a C3. There's no way to capitalize on it. There's no key level within the previous day's range anyways. There's no key level in the previous day's range. It's kind of a hard one to even frame, right? So it is what it is. It kind of sucks, but yeah, no way to catch a high of day here. But for continuation, this is really nice. So clearly price is obviously reversing from the consolidation or the C2 that just wasn't looking very great. It is definitely reversing from it as all assets have expanded away very largely. And it's just like the same thing goes. I mean, look at this candle, very large range, right? Huge range on all assets really. So trading continuation makes sense, dude. It really does. The reason why I liked metals the most is because this retracement that you saw was not that deep, honestly. Like look at their retracement size, like this retracement here. If I show you like the hourly time frame, like this retracement here, like it's not even close to the high of day, right? When I look at NQ, you see how close it is. So you see why I like metals like the most out of like all of them, right? It's this the best for sure. But the thing about metals here is I wanted to see an S&T fill with this 4-hour gap. And we didn't get it on any market, as you can see. Right, so I automatically just stopped looking at metals. I kind of just like stopped looking at metals. Because the other assets, like, indices and oil triad, actually did form an SMT with the previous 4-hour candle. So I was kind of more interested in that. But this is definitely a better framework because you actually do have a reason to continue past the current low of day because there's a close proximity draw on liquidity, right? So there's actually for sure a reason to continue lower. There's no SMT on any of the markets with that low. So this is by far the best framework for sure, but I just wish we had this freaking SMT fill, but it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. But yeah, that's why I love this framework the best. But when you look inside this gap here, this is all hindsight, by the way, but a lot of you guys did catch this, and it was valid. So when we actually traded this gap here, right, within this gap on lower time frame, there is a swing point within that gap. This hourly swing point within that gap, right? This is what creates SMT with, what price creates SMT with. Right, so you have this SMT here, SMT here. If you guys didn't know this, by the way, you guys see how this is close proximity SMT? Right, when you have close proximity SMT, a couple ways to trade it. This is also going to be in my video, right? If you have this close proximity SMT, right, between assets or whatnot, if you have a strength switch, it completely like negates that, right? Like it no longer matters at all, right? Now typically what you're seeing here is a little bit different scenario where like the middle asset is typically always the asset that is creating this close proximity SMT. But here we're pretty much just using gold and silver. So it's really a 2 assets Kraken correlation really. So you kind of have to dismiss this. But another way you would do that, by the way, if you have close proximity SMT, if you don't have a string switch, is just wait for the universal sequence, wait for price to show you that it's reversing, right? Just kind of like how we did here, right? We want to trade this reversal to high of day. We have the Kraken correlation, right? Kraken correlation here, Kraken correlation here. We have the Kraken correlation, but no real, like, real nice signature, right? So a thing we would wait for is price to show us that it's reversing, creating gaps, right? Obviously, price is reversing, right? And it creates this gap here, right? So we do have this SMT in the gap, and it's close proximity to SMT. Like I mentioned, if you have that, you want a strength switch. So you guys see the strength switch right here? There you go, right? So very, very clean. And yeah, you can really trade this. And you could really trade this right here. So you can see this hourly candle's wick is pretty large, right? It's super large wick. You typically don't want to trade inside these candles. If you're going to trade inside a reversal candle ever, you want to do it at the very end of the candle. I've talked about this before. Because you're basically anticipating that this candle is going to be a reversal candle, and the next candle would expand away. It's like taking the first CST basically, because you are taking the first CST right here. But as you can see, there's only 10 minutes left in this candle. This next 5-minute candle opens up at 10:50. There's literally only 10 minutes left in the candle. That's typically exactly when you want to do it, like 15 minutes max, really. But if it's an hourly candle, yeah, definitely last 10 minutes, right? If it's a 30-minute candle, probably last 5 minutes. If it's a 4-hour candle, last 30 minutes, etc. Right? But typically, the closer to the end, the better, right? For sure. And it has to hit a key level, has to have SMT in order to actually frame a reversal candle, obviously, right? Because those are the things you need to frame a reversal. So that's what we have here. So this would have been absolutely valid to take right here. V shape on all assets. I definitely would take in the share right here. But yeah, I wasn't even looking at gold, bro. This is about when I took my trade on silver, or sorry, CL. I took it at 1042. This happened at 1050. So I was already in my trade anyways. So, but yeah, this shit just rocketed, bro. This is actually beautiful. For about 6R-ish or whatever, or whatnot. So yeah, that was really nice trade right there, honestly. Did not catch it, but a lot of you guys did. I mean, it's very nice. Like super, super nice. Super, super nice trade. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys are learning some things. I think these recaps are like the best thing I'd put out, honestly. I think it's the best way to learn. You get to see my full thought process, how I break things from the top down rather than just covering like one concept, like maybe a YouTube video or something. It only covers one thing, right? But here I'm covering it all and showing you guys how to put together every single day with fresh PA from the current day, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys learn from these, the things I put out. Don't go and spend your money on courses. You guys don't need it. Honestly, dude, you guys can absolutely learn everything for free. You don't even need, when I come out with my mentorship, you don't even need to fucking pay for that shit, honestly. I'm going to put out plenty of free stuff. It's all going to, the information will all be out there. The only thing that separates a mentorship is, like, if you're going to go join a mentorship, for example, you're not going to learn anything new from anyone's mentorship, guys, that you need, right? I already taught it, and it probably came from me. So you don't even need to learn it. Like, you don't need to, you're not going to go and join, like, whoever and learn something new, probably. You're probably not, honestly. The only thing you get from mentorship is guidance, like answering questions, and really maybe live trading, right? Like that's really it. That's the only difference. Maybe a course, right? But the information, I already put it all out there. It's all out there on YouTube if you want to learn from it. Dude, like, you guys are gonna see what I come out with soon for the free Discord. Like, you don't need to learn from anyone, or you don't need to pay me, or it's not like that. Completely free, guys. And yeah, this is probably these lectures that I do, like, about on these lessons that I will do, like, you know, profiling, for example, this week that I'm gonna do for you guys. You couldn't learn this stuff from any paid mentorship, you know? Like, this is like the best place to learn. Like, you guys don't need to go anywhere else. You guys are completely fine here, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys are learning stuff and finding this beneficial, because yeah, man, I just want to offer like free education for everyone. Yeah, man. So I really appreciate you guys. I really want to get this YouTube video out for you guys, man. I was just working on this before I started doing these recaps. I forgot I had to do some recaps for you guys. So yeah, these are my trades that I took, guys. Didn't post them because they were just like not really post worthy. Like, I will record every single trade recap I take for you guys in here. But yeah, I don't post them all on like social media. But yeah, appreciate you guys for supporting me. We'll keep doing giveaways for you guys because you guys keep supporting me. So I really appreciate that. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something and see you guys tomorrow.